This, it's been a couple of weeks, so we need, main is to destroy the 75th Armored Corps. We've killed 2 of 19 divisions, bonus the 3rd Armored Corps and the 10th Armored Corps. That's what we need to do, is destroy that, and we've got 20 more turns to do this in. I have been playing a lot of Panzer Corps 2. Not this. I've yet not gotten up to this DLC. I'm still stepping back, but I've been playing through the whole series of DLCs from, Axis Operation DLCs from Spain until today. So, okay, so we're holding along the river here. We have a Martyr 3 holding there, got Tiger, Panzer 4 there, holding along this river. Those swamps are going to be hard to get through if anybody tries. Holding along this is a crossable river, but and winter is going to make that even easier crossable. Ooh, well, these swamps get really bad, so that would be helpful, but you'll still get certain defensive bonuses here. On the edge of the swamp here, we've got this. These guys are holding out here on our flank. That's probably some of the sort of the weakest bit. Now, let's see. Let's get rid of this. Yeah. Reinforce those. Only if we can't move. Well, since we can't move, it is good to reinforce this. Alright. So we have a reasonable defensive line. Here's our, I would say, our weak sort of flank, but we could always fall back into here. Panzer 2. Let's move you over here. Let's back you up here, that way. Take this little bit of offensive and damage, but any future attacks will have some. It's really key to. The big key going back to the original sort of Panzer leader game is support units and using them effectively. So we're pretty good there, so that's good. They're on the hills, so they got some high ground against there, so I think we're pretty good there. I'm going to sit on the defensive for a while. Let them smash into me. Ooh, yep. Those swamps are going to be murderous for tanks coming through them. A little bit of problem here. But at least we have the sun now. Okay, right above him. Didn't see him there in there. Okay, well, he's a fighter, so we don't really want to do an airstrike there, so okay, we'll move him to here. Get him out of the way, but he'll escort. And stop. Nope, still had one left. Oh, they have some Shermans. The Soviets used quite a few Shermans, actually. But not so... Oh, they're way over there. Okay, do any of these have the airborne, airbase fast remove? No, okay. But not so much for combat. They didn't like them so much for combat. Not that they wouldn't use them, but They didn't want to admit to using them, that's for sure. Okay, we're going to rebase you over to here. What they liked. Move the tiger over here. Yeah, it does sort of let them come up to there, but I think with the anti-tank gun that'll help. They like using them for training purposes. That was a heavy influence with them. For them to attack me, but and then we're going to move our fighter next to him to give coverage. There's a couple of more tanks. Fully up to good operational levels. Okay, that got rid of him good. All right. Hello, Rhaegar. Good to see you over here. Yes, frozen wastelands of Russia. That's... I'm a Californian, as you probably know, so yeah, this just to me seems like wastelands. A little bit of snow, I can handle just fine. This kind of insane amounts of snow, With some AAUs. Okay. It's not snow that's the problem. It's, yeah, well, yeah, the temperature. Yeah, you can actually have snow in a quite relatively warm environment. Let's see, that would be 2, that would be 4. So that's, and this is going to be a pretty heavy hit there. So let's take this here, get these guys in the swamp. Yeah, that's a good strike. Okay, that's still going to do well. These guys can sit right, you can sit, escort both of those. Lock him up here. Hopefully shoot him down. Use him here. Now he's escorted and destroying tank destroyer or self-propelled artillery piece, not sure which. You were gonna... Hold on. I hate either sometimes it's a little too sloppy on clicking or it's not clicking it well enough. It's make sure it gets that. Alright, on the reinforcements. lot of damage, but stay back there. We're going to reinforce here. Now here. Artillery there. That we could do. That we should be able to do it. Nope, no over down. Okay. Let's be more effective, so let's use these guys. Nope, yep, completely effective. There we go. We were destroying the Soviets. Good. Now we're doing the sort of hold the line type strategy here, but it is being effective. Meaning we're killing a lot more of them than they're killing us. Have another Stuka here. Reinforced him. I'm going to sort of work on the principle of, well, not actually shooting all these down, but weakening them so much. They won't be able to destroy our fighters. Only 2 attacks. Ooh. And this, if you're going to play this, to me is a major sort of key. Oh, we have this guy who's another considered attack aircraft. Well, how much? Okay, 36. Yeah, we can do that. Let's move you here. This game is, you sort of have a point that you need to have the enemy come at you and you break them. They will come, they will push. One hit and they survive that. Oh, they move. Oh, he just down, boom, crash. And then you wait, you have them keep coming at you. Try to be smart with your aircraft and your artillery. This guy to here to that way, although he is down to 7 points, but he's escorted this time. Do that and keep him alive. Now here we have this fighter over here, so what we're going to do, see with the smoke, yeah, we got him. I want to use him maybe. Destroy 5 factors. 7, 6. Okay, so we're going to set nations. Yeah. Kill them outright. And these will be the escorts. Hey, Urbis, how you doing today? Good to have you here as we see about crushing the Soviets. Fully get rid of an aircraft, more so than just weakening one, because they're more likely to do this themselves, reinforce and come back, than if I just outright crush them. Use the artillery to, wear away defense abilities. Give this at least one more turn of just watching them come at me. We've successfully gotten holding here. Do this is send this guy up to here. Okay, so that gives me a good look in to see if we were to start moving out, what we would encounter. Go after the fighters. I want to deny the enemy the fighters first. Fighter protecting those two. This guy, I just hope he survives and he's cheap to replace. We saw several tanks up in here, so okay. Are they good enough to escort? I don't think so. Yeah, I'll have to bring in another escort. We can just take these guys down effectively. Him out there. Everything but him is effectively escorted, so we're going to fully take out that fighter. We strip away their air power. They become weak. Yeah, I expected something like that. Ooh, that was a bit heavier hit than I expected, that's for sure. Into the city to try to hide from me, probably there. Okay, and we're back to snowing, so we can't use their power. Okay, we want a turn or two. Let's see, we've got 9 of the 19 that we've got to destroy, so we got time. We got 15 turns left. But if you notice, now the Soviets are afraid to come after me because they don't see a weak spot here. Okay, back to being sunny. We can like we saw. Let's move you to right here. Oh, this is there even further. Okay, well. Their field, but we'll drop on them. Okay, now. How are we doing with getting fighters? Can they make it? No. So we're gonna have to use you to escort these. Yeah, these two. And we're out here. Well. Okay. We still have one fighter bomber and one fighter escort left. Let's see about taking out this KV over here. Not entirely damn. Oh well. I got the AI all afraid of me. You know, to keep up my skill level, we're going to spend the prestige and do that. Now we can see those fighters there, so guys up to here. These guys over to here. So that got mass attack. Okay, see that worked out a lot better for us. Over here we've got 3 clumped together. And possibly, didn't think so. Can these guys make it? Oh yes, they can. Okay. Boom, goodbye. Target. Yes, okay, one still remains. But we're going to escort the, this one. He's here. Now, we're deciding to go on the offensive. Here. You, I guess, just into the swamp. Got a bunch more to take out up here. And we'll take this opportunity to reinforce you back up to full health, and you, I know this is massively eating into our prestige, but we will soon go on the offensive and take cities. Hello, Haze Heel Thorn, how you doing today? Got a few points there, I see. And yeah, that's one thing. If anybody's new here, please know that if you follow the channel and watch live streams here on Slithering TV, you will earn Sliths. They're a redeemable point for free games and DLCs. If you want the details, you can just sort of scroll down on the live stream and you'll see a link there that will give you the details of what's available to get, how to redeem them, and all that stuff. So everyone should, and you just type in like he did exclamation points and see your current point totals. See how well you're getting up on that. So check out all the live streams you can. And if you really don't want to watch the game, the particular game being played, and you really don't want to listen to me or whoever else, we've got really some great streamers, Hexaboo, Richard of York, others. Here, want to watch us, listen to us prattle on, you can just minimize the screen and turn off the audio. I'll have you take the town. There we go, there's some points. Okay, we're going to come up here, take this and disembark, as it were, from the vehicles. He's going to circle around here. Hope we can get this in here. Okay. There we go. Some artillery, bring up the AA guns. Get this artillery. Those. You know, you don't have to listen to me, Cygnus, if I'm not that interesting. I mean, I hope I am. I hope either explaining what I'm doing and why I'm doing it in the game is fun enough, or if I'm talking about some of the history of the tanks and the people and the battles and whatever. I hope that you should get more prestige for conquering bigger cities than villages. Well, you do get more prestige. Normally it's like 100 for conquering a victory hex. Now this particular scenario does not have victory hexes. This scenario is just destroy. The main one is the 25th Armored Corps. So thank you, Cygnus, I do appreciate it, but yeah, you don't have to. And I just say that because, you know, like one game, quite honestly, I'll say this: I'm not interested in playing. No, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying I'm not interested in playing it. And it's the ICBM game where you play nuclear war. I don't. I grew up in the Cold War and thinking about being nuked and all that stuff. So I'm not really big on the idea of casually playing sort of a global thermonuclear war type war game. So that's not a game for me. So I could, you know, not be over enthused about playing that game. And so if there's a game like that for you, whatever that may be. Okay, now, well, I got a nice beautiful batch, but these guys, well, we can move one. These are better ones. So let's move him over. Airbases can only hold so much, but I'm going to be getting that airbase soon. So yeah, if there's a game that you just got, nah, I'm not interested, fine. I totally understand. Let's take out this 30. Yeah, no, let's do this. He's the one I just moved. Yeah, was that all the bombers I have over here? I thought I had one more. The one I just moved. Okay, these are the fighters. Oh, this is a bomber. What am I thinking? Yeah. Okay. No, here. I'm going to put a fighter right above him to sort of escort all of those. But he's also going to do an airstrike to weaken that down. And thanks for following me. Jack Pirate, good to have you here. And so yeah, just not 100% on this river status here. No, we're gonna wait to secure this flank, and then we'll push out a little more. Another team charging in that we're here, but fortunately, this is a BT-7 now. Let's see what. This is 1943. I don't know exactly what the date of this battle in 43 is supposed to be. Does it have it up here on the information? Yeah, February 43. February 43. I don't think they were using many BTs by that point. I'm not saying zero, I'm just saying that we're getting fairly rare. You want to pull your forces somewhat from the back forward like that. That will these guys right up next to town. Okay, the town is empty. We know we have our armor over here that may be coming rushing at us. What we're going to do is we're going to move the anti-tank guns there. Hopefully these guys, they can't disembark, they'll be in the truck, so they'll come and disembark there. We need to take that airbase, and yeah, they'll be able to do that. So these guys will come into the town, which might be a little vulnerable from ground troops there, but they'll be okay. Now we're going to use this turn to get these guys base forward. And we're going to move up this rocket artillery. Yeah, I get it there. Hopefully that'll be safe enough. Okay, so we've just pulled out there. Those are pretty weak. These 60s. I'm much more worried about these guys here. This is the double hit, so we're gonna use our double hit on them. Single strike there to them. Now here. Well, I'd like to fully just say goodbye to you, so well, let's start with that attack there. Yeah, we want to have more mass attack in that part. I'll fully take it down. No, damn. Oh well. But this will be escorted enough, and we'll take them down. Don't like to be on bridges, but let's see if there's any surprises out in this area. No. You're gonna leave them in trucks, it's fine, but you just need to be cautious about where they're at. If they go out in front of these things, that might just be too far forward. Swamp. This way, some air covered. So, we have still this town up here that they never took. Coming back with a vengeance. How are we doing? Okay, we gotta clear out just 5 more units and then maybe a few others. Way. Move them up that way. The clad shoots. Okay. Oh. Lees, it looks like. Uh-oh, encircled, but I think we'll be able to handle that. Okay. Thinking I want to move these guys in this direction now. Like I say, the sort of the beauty of the game is how to move everything while keeping it next to a support unit. Protect it. Okay, we know we've got a lot of threatening elements up here, so we're going to come up to here. That would be not a good exchange. Turn and get the, they don't need to be. They'll just stay right where they are. Disembark? No. Okay, well. Hello, planes, you get to get overrun. These guys will do much better in their rough terrain in the forests. Here. We'll see if these guys displace when we take it when it's in the middle of snowing. I know I can't change bases during snowing, so we'll see if they just fall out of the sky. Yep, well, one of them did. But pounding a anti-tank gun, when they can strike them directly, it's not necessarily the best thing here. Right, well, you know, I was just thinking, but hey, we now have air support again. Oh, well, that, ooh, yeah, that's right, he can move twice. Where I want to go, so we'll move them another time at the moment. Let's also move you up here so that you can do reconnaissance next turn. I think there's opponents out here, so there. Right. Here's another curiosity. It is the Grant. Nice model here. The Soviets called it, at least the translation I got from one of my Russian friends was Coffin for Seven Brothers, because it is the Lee version, not the Grant version of the M3. So it has 7 men inside, and it's not the best armored. It has, you know, the lower 75mm gun, which was pretty decent when it was created, and the upper 37mm gun. So it's not terribly great, but it does work reasonably well. So yeah, okay, so it's there. We supply them via Lend-Lease, we the US. Since if we here, he just has a reduction in morale, or this turn, this one was actually be damaged, so he's going to come up here and attack these guys, reduce them considerably, and their support element's going to come up and reduce them even more. Here is wide, hopefully, yep, nothing in the way, and because we want to overrun, so we want to hit that and take that out, and then get a second attack there. I didn't expect to take them totally out, but we're going to come up here, and no longer encircled, but well, let's move up. Yeah, these guys come here and do a strike, which will weaken them even more. Here we go. Hey, Beam Slam, been a little while. How you been? Yeah, it's a decent tank, because you got to remember the background. It's in essence created. I during or after the fall, early work on it. I think it's after the fall of France. And the British wanted to buy the tank. The British wanted it today. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, now. Now, they couldn't have it now because it had yet to be created even. And they wanted it. And they wanted the 75 millimeter gun on it. And the Americans couldn't, at that moment, make a turret big enough to hold a 75 millimeter gun. They didn't have the casting ability, and they wanted to do a cast turret on it. The Americans did, at least. And so they didn't want to wait until the right tank came out. They wanted it now. And so and it's still going to be sort of an American tank. So it was over machine gun. They had these two that virtually very quickly, and even they stay there. The holes stay there for two machine guns that are sort of for the radio operator to operate, but you can only sort of move them up and down. You can't move them left to right, so you sort of aim it by the driver. Screwy thing. But those are mostly just plugged. They stay there. They don't even change the whole design. They just keep the plugs in. And the Americans, again, they're still in the cult of the machine gun on the tank. Can't maybe see it very well right here, but it has a little tiny cupola on it, turret, with a machine gun. Again, you can't see it behind the tag there. With a 30 caliber machine gun, and then a coaxial, a 37 and a 30 caliber coaxial for the gunner, and then the big 75. The other two, you can maybe sort of see where they were right there, the little machine guns. So it's going to be an American tank, but the British want it now. So this is what they get. They have the 75. It's what is needed to fight in North Africa. A lot of the British tanks, one, they don't have enough. Two, they really don't have anything. Good to hear. Good to hear. Didn't really have anything that's, punching I don't really think, I'm trying to think right then at that time, punching the better German armor that's coming. So yeah, it's just sort of like, gotta have it today, now. And that's, and considering all of that, I say it's doing pretty good. That's my estimation of what's going on. It's a pretty good tank, considering that. Let's drive over to here. Yeah, pick up the points for that. Just a moment. We're moving as a group to some degree. Okay, crossroads. And for 1940 into 1941, it's a reasonably good tank. It doesn't have the design legs of something like the Sherman or the Panzer IV, which, yeah, the Sherman more than the Panzer IV mutates, different engines, much thicker armors. The Panzer IV, yeah, it goes from the 75 millimeter L24 gun to the 75 millimeter L43 gun, and then very briefly, then it goes to the 75 millimeter L48 gun, and then it's basically done. I mean, there's armor thickens up a bit, side skirts, and some design changes of, hatches disappear, and more periscope things like that show up and whatnot. So it does mutate, but where the Americans, go into the jumbo and then the 76 millimeter Sherman, big gun on it. So, and the British, with the Firefly and whatnot. So the Sherman has much more design reach, if you will, developmental time, however you want to say it, during the war than the Panzer IV. But these tanks, big enough turret, big enough gun, they're good enough through basically the war, where the Grants, no. But, when you're the Soviet Union and you just want, again, anything. And part of the Soviets really liked the Sherman, as far as I've read. When hello, there you are. They were using it as a training vehicle, and my understanding is they used it as a training vehicle quite a lot. Okay, you need a fighter escort, so we're going to move you right to the center of those 3 aircraft. You could be reinforced, and I'll just lower the morale. So I sort of, you can tell, like the M3, whether it's the Grant or the Lee versions of it. Okay, so we've got the bonus objective of destroying the 25th Armor Corps. Now, how close are we to... We got to worry about the 25th, because... okay, so maybe we shouldn't kill that Lee. Because we want to get as many bonus stuff as we can. Okay, got to keep that in mind here. Well, keeping that in mind, do I have another? No, I don't. Other aircraft I can do? Well, yes, I guess I do. Look for enemies. Changed air bases, so you're not going anywhere this turn, other than changing the air base. Really don't want to go into the forest and park there, because I don't think there's much in the way of infantry. If they had some, it would be a bad thing. Here to sort of do some recon for us. Okay, so I want to make sure I don't kill that this turn, though he may attack me and die on me. That won't end the scenario just yet. Okay. I sort of try to appreciate things like the M3 Lee. Oh, okay, well these are... What is this? Okay, well we can kill the Lee here. No, that's painful. They were all try to appreciate them for what they are, not entirely as like an objective, like how great or is or isn't something. It's... Oh, hello, there we go. How did the Soviets end up with a Panzerjäger 35R? Wow. What a crappy vehicle. I don't think the Soviets would be using them. I wouldn't have the... Well, if I wouldn't have the 47mm ammunition. Okay, well, let's see now. Okay, well, all of these guys, well, they can come to here. Too far away. So what? Let's... These guys shifted up. Cover from some of these attacks here. We will take out this guy just because he's an annoyance. And that will allow me to move him like that. That way we just sort of turtled up here. And that over here. tank destroyer. These guys will do fairly well in the town or forest, so we'll move them to here. Where the air base is. Well, let's see what's out here. Panther thought it was winter. Ah, what we have here is a fantasy vehicle. This, they made a wooden mock-up, I believe, or model. I don't know if it ever got to full size. It's what they're calling the Panther P. It was sort of German, you know, Germany sees the success of the T-34, but doesn't understand the success of the T-34, so they try to make their version of the T-34. Well, the success of the T-34, and again at this time, part of it was the sloping of the armors. Germans understood sloping of the armors, they just didn't care enough to do it in their Panzer 1s, Panzer 2s. I mean, there's a little bit of sloping armor like in some of these tanks, but not really much. Panzer 1s, Panzer 2s, Panzer 3s, Panzer 4s, and Panzer 6s, the Tigers. The Panther is sort of a bit later. They really don't see to do that, or the 38Ts, which obviously are Czech design, but they learn. Germany can learn, and you can see like an extreme sloping in the Hetzer, mentioning the 38Ts. So they come up with this thing that the entry hatches for the driver and the machine gun are on the side instead of on the top or wherever. They're on the side here. And this is sort of Germany's concept answer to the T-34. Now, where they fail with this vehicle is they overcomplicate the thing. One of the reasons for the success of the T-34 is its mass numbers, production as well as in use. The early ones, you know, the T-34-85 is what a lot of people, think, and as its sort of final World War II version. Yeah, post-war they had a 100mm gun and other various things were done to them, but the earlier versions with just the two-man small turret, not very good gun sights, not very good vision hatches. You say you're all claustrophobic in this little tight tank. It's not terribly great, but you got a lot of them still. You know, not maybe quite, especially early on, in the numbers of like the T-26s that were just everywhere, or the BT series, you know, BT-3s through BT-7s. Put all those together. Those are huge numbers of tanks. But they miss the part where you build them cheap and you mass build them. But otherwise, and the one where they do the good thing is Germanify it by putting on a good big killing gun. And I'm not sure whether this would have been a 2-man or a 3-man turret. I don't know. I would suspect it's a 3-man turret in there, just because that's sort of the German standard, and I don't know if they would have gone. And I did see you said, okay, that one right. And I know you got it, but I'm just, to everybody else who may be watching, explaining what and why of this tank. So this was just a design concept, never even, to the best of my knowledge, I mean, there's secrets in wars, but they never actually made a running prototype. It was like, hey, here, mock-up, whether it's wooden models or full-scale mock-up, I'm not sure, and what we would do, and then they go, nah, we'll build the Panther. Eventually, it takes them a while, obviously, but that's what we have here. I'm sure it was called a bunch of letters and numbers, you know, as a developmental vehicle, but I don't know what they would have called it as a as a nickname, you know, a panther or tiger or whatever. Yeah, that's what it is. And as that, it did exist, but otherwise, no. Come back this way, we will have protection of that anti-tank gun. We don't really want to kill those just yet. Let's see if we can get over to those. Let's see what's out here. Okay, the 50th is that one of the units we want to knock off? No, it's just not the 3rd, because we got the 10th. We just need to find the 3rd Armored Corps, which is probably over here. Okay, well, we'll leave those guys. I think we've just about lost all the air, so we're going to lower the gun barrel on that. And this way, big artillery piece, and we'll maybe, oh, but oh well. And I do kind of sort of like that they've added some of these various prototypes and whatnot to the game, just out of interest's sake. On their last fly, oh, last 2 flying. Ooh, we were a bit careless with that. Oh, there goes an assault gun. There goes a light tank. Oh, more light tanks. Well, oh no, that's a captured German Panzer 3L. Uh-oh, this is that, ouch. Ouch. That was bad. That was me getting very careless. Okay, well, we got careless here. Okay, he can get to here, so he can get to here to keep them supporting each other. Get up on the hill. Got careless over here with these guys, so we need to be more careful. Just outside of range, so we're going to use here. What? Okay, there you go. They went down. There was some support. You take that. Needs a dynamic campaign. Well, that would not be a bad thing. I wouldn't say that at all. The thing now, I like the sort of history lessons that they sort of make with the game. I mean, it's not detailed history, obviously, but it is sort of a historical lesson. I like that with this game. So I like what they're doing with that. So, but what I really sort of kind of wish they would do is settle on a scale. because sometimes think I'm playing a corps, you know, multiple divisions. Sometimes I think I'm playing a division. Sometimes I think I'm playing, you know, sort of a, you know, reinforced battalion, you know, brigade, I should say brigade. I really wish they would settle on what this tiger means. Is this a platoon or is this a company? And then do their, whether it's dynamic or scripted, you do have, you know, branching choices, but sort of settle on a scale for this game. And then, because I've been last few weeks, I've been going through this whole, I haven't gotten to 43. I'm in 42 right now, but I started way back in Spain. And because I played a lot of, you know, the first half or first third of the DLCs, but I've been playing through them all through as a continuous thing last few weeks, and it's been really fun. So I'm sort of immersed in it right now. And sometimes the scale of the map is like half of Greece, and we're coming in. So basically, we're representing the whole German commitment into the invasion of Greece. I wish they just go, okay, what is it? You know, we have, and it may grow. You may sort of grow over time or whatever as to the size, or number, you know, point scale up here. I do like that. How many slots, and you have either judging by. Not just judging on cost of replacements here or purchase of a unit, but also just how many slots these units have. So I sort of like that. But look at it, you know, decide, you know, what this is, and then keep your maps and find a sort of, you know, rough historical event, you know, area, and like the invasion of Greece, but do it for this scale, and you come in and you fight it out at that scale, and just keep it all to a scale. That's what I would first like to see that changed with this. Okay, well, I know we just shifted a bunch of forces, and yeah, that's right. Yes, I'm here, but he's going to shoot him down. Did I? Yeah, I should have had. Significantly weakened. They're over here now. Anybody still left? We're moving over to deal with these guys. I've been messing up here. Okay, well, he just messed up there. I'm letting my support units get on the front line too easily. Okay. Just like they're doing there. But we may have to end this early and take these guys out. Okay, yeah, I've been messing up here a bit. Okay, reinforce. Well, let's... You up into there. Can you make it up? No, you need to change base. You can make it over to here. Fighter completely down. Now, do we have... Yeah, no, you're the one that changed base, and you're too weak. You need to get some reinforcements. All right, well, I think we can. I think those are the last two aircraft. Two attacks with him. I like to think of the units as battalions. It fits the scale best generally. Probably, in my opinion, you don't have a brigade of AT guns, but a battalion did it. Yeah. You see, it's what sort of keeps me from thinking of these units as battalions is the support element of it. The idea that these units need to sort of be next to each other to give support on that scale. So I like to think of them as either platoons or companies. That's what I think they should be at. And that's just not saying you're wrong and I'm right. I'm just saying that's what I think it should be, sort of. So I would go with that scale myself, based primarily on the scale of needing support units.